Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and today is Yamaha Demo Day at Capital Sports in Wake Forest, North Carolina. And I'm going to try out the Yamaha Bolt. Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is a 2021 Yamaha Bolt. This one is the R-Spec. Cool graphics on the hood, on the tank. Sparkle paint on there, black. Big fat muffler. Fancy shocks. Belt, rear drive. Air cooled. About 950 cc. Single light in the front. Cool looking saddle. Back seat removed. High beam, low beam, turn signals, horn, on off. Select modes, reset, turn signals. No, what is that? Oh, turn signals here. Oh, start. Mirrors. Gauge is simple, clean. Let's see how it goes. Are we gonna like it or love it? Or hate it? Let's find out. Alright, so I got off the bike. Unfortunately, they had a very strict no GoPro policy. And they were so cool, I decided to follow along with the rules. My impression though, I was really impressed. Let's see. Did it surprise me? I expected a good ride. It rode really well. It was very well balanced, which I really liked. We had, I was the only one on a cruiser. Everybody else had like sports bikes or like sports cruiser, not sports tours, I guess. So they had aggressive bikes, and I was in the very front. I was right behind the lead guy, and we basically left the pack many times, and they had to catch up. We had to wait for them. So I was able to keep up with the lead guy, and he had a something MT9 or something, I don't know, but it was basically a standard sports bike with a 3 or 4 cylinder. It's a sporty bike. It's sporty. It's a bigger bike, sportier. It's definitely faster, but I kept up with him. We in the turns and everything. So I mean, I know he could have pushed it harder, but it was nice to be able to ride in a pack like that and it still handled the curves really, really well. So it cruised well and it actually handled well, which I really liked. The power was fine. I felt like it really wasn't lacking. I mean, it could be faster, but it wasn't. It didn't seem annoyingly slow. It takes off very linear, so you can kick it down and drop it. It'll go. Get a low enough gear, it'll take off. I don't feel like you probably want to go much over 80 on it. We didn't go that fast, but it was very there was not an issue with power. I never really had an issue with the power, to tell you the truth. Our top speed maybe was 65, 70 at the very most, and it handled it great. I didn't have an issue. Didn't have windshield or anything, and I didn't. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I didn't have an issue with the wind without the windshield. But we didn't really go. Most of our riding was probably around 55 miles an hour, 60. And at that speed, you definitely didn't need a windshield at all. Never had an issue with it. Like, I didn't even think about it. But not that I think about it now. I didn't really have any issue with the wind factor. And most of the time, I actually had my visor up. Like, I had it's an open face, but I had this up for the most of the ride, except for the very last part where we were on the highway, and I closed it down. But yeah, overall the wind wasn't an issue. I liked it. I liked it a lot. To tell you the truth, it didn't make me feel like I had to run off and buy one. But if I was going to buy a bike, I definitely would consider it. Among all the other cruisers I rode, I would have got that one, because I felt like it was a good balance between a nice, I wouldn't say sporty ride, but agile. It was agile and cruisy at the same time. And I liked the sound of the twin. The twin sounds good, nice and throaty. It didn't even have any exhaust. Yeah, a lot of people do put an exhaust on there and get a little more power out of it, but when you do, it it makes it a little more, the cylinder pulses more sharp. And it's kind of nice to have it kind of smooth. It was smooth. Not too smooth where it felt lame, but it was nice. It was comfortable. I think like for a nice weekend rider, or I mean, you can commute with it. I'd commute with it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I really did enjoy it. And there are good deals too. The prices are not bad at all, and they've been around for a long time. So you could also buy a used one for a steal. So maybe if I run across one, a used one, I wouldn't mind buying a new one either. To tell you the truth, you get the year-end steals, you're pretty darn reasonable price, and you get a very solid like that. I didn't have an issue. Like the last bike I had was kind of on a cheaper side, and I felt like the shocks were cheap. Like in this one here, I didn't feel like the components were cheap. I didn't feel like the shocks were lacking. It actually felt really comfortable, and I liked the peg position. My last cruiser that I owned, which I only had one cruiser before, they were a little forward, and this one's a little further back. So you can get on your seat. If you see a bump or something and you want to like get on it, you can actually lift your butt off the seat, no problem. It shifts your weight onto your pegs a little bit. So I really did like the peg position. I thought that was really nice, perfect. And in terms of riding, I really didn't have any complaints. The seat was comfortable. We rode for about 30 minutes, so it wasn't a terribly long ride, but I've been on bikes for right 30 minutes, your butt's sore as can be. But this one, not an issue, and I haven't been riding in a while. So considering I haven't ridden about a year, I kept up with the lead guy, no problem. We were smoking everybody else, and I had a nice torque off the line, so that was fun. That gives definitely a fun aspect to it. So overall, yeah, I did, and it's nice because I feel like I can cruise it without wanting to push it. I didn't have to push it. Like I was pushing it just to have fun with the pack, but I would have been happy just cruising. And my last bike, which was a Kawasaki Z1000, I always wanted to push it. I feel like it just wanted to be pushed. But this one didn't. I feel like you're comfortable doing, speed limit-ish, and just cruise. And then if you want to take it I'd take it anywhere. Like any windy road, I wouldn't hesitate down it for a moment to take that on a windy road somewhere. Bring it on. Any windy road out there, I'll take it. Now, granted, you probably keep it within its limits. At some points, I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure how far I could lean it, but I didn't scrape, and I did lean it pretty decently. So it didn't seem bad. All right, overall, I liked it. I liked it a lot. You never know. I might end up having one, just to let you know. Maybe when I pay off my bills. Maybe Yamaha should give me a long-term loaner review bike for like 10 years. Thanks for watching Paul's Take, and that is my take on the Yamaha Bolt. Make sure you hit like, subscribe for more reviews and stuff.